Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of GGS2. So, we found out that Asogi is the defendant, and he had a really nasty wake-up call for that right now, so we are now bringing in the witnesses to prove his guilt. Oh, the shock and horror. Also, I tried to save. There is no option to save in this one. So I need to, actually get through it. Oops, I don't know why this went up again. Anyway. Ugh.
Now then, witnesses, you state your names and professions.
Excuse me. Right, my name is Hosonaga Satoru. I'm currently a barber at the tonsure shop, tasked with cropping off my customers' top knots. And, right, I'm Naruhodō Ryūnosuke. I'm a second year at Yume Imperial University and... until 10 days ago, I was locked up in a cell for a crime I didn't commit. Oh! Baby! That's right, he would be in a cell.
You! What are you doing at the witness stand?
Maybe you should have listened to your friend at the start of this, so then maybe this wouldn't be such a shock to you. Well, Naruhodō-sama is a witness for the prosecution.
For the prosecution?
To put it more simply, he's your enemy. Top 10 anime betrayals. Yeah, so it's just like I was trying to tell you when we met in the lobby. I don't know what to do anymore. That's what I said. Maybe you should have been a little bit more precise in what you meant by that. No.
Why didn't you tell me that right away if that were the case?
I tried to several times, but at the time, you shushed me, telling me to say no more or whatever. Best friends.
In that fateful trial 10 days ago, this Hicks student witnessed the moment of the defendant's crime from closer than anyone else.
Crime?
And as for me, I may appear to be nothing more than a barber, but it's only a disguise. My shocking true identity is that of a detective undercover. Naturally, we all remember.
Detective Hosonaga. He was a witness called to the stand in the trial 10 days ago.
Now then, let's have the witnesses testify about the detestable crime that occurred that day and the tragic circumstances left behind in the wake of that crime.
I shall do so truthfully. Of course you will, Hosonaga. Of course you will. Asogi's crime. This is so weird. It's true. He did swing his katana in front of me. But I don't think that necessarily means that he cut your hair, prosecutor. Aochi-sama frequently visits our tonsure shop, but apparently ever since his hair was cut, it's completely stopped growing. It seems as though he'll never be able to wear a top knot again. Being unable... Oh, sorry, English is hard. It seems as though never being able to wear a top knot again was a fatal blow to Aochi-sama. What? His hair stopped growing? That's quite the alarming problem.
How can you be so certain it stopped? It's only been 10 days since it happened.
I just know! This is so petty!
A youngster with a plentiful head of hair can't possibly understand the death screams of the dry grass in the wasteland as it awaits cutting.
The situation seems quite serious.
Ridiculous.
Meiji society shrieks on about cultural reformation, and shaved top knots gradually vanish. However, I own, had decided to retain my top knot for the rest of my days.
You really should just see this as an opportunity to cut it all off.
What did you just say, you damn murderous scum?
Your inner thoughts are slipping out for everyone to hear, Naruhodō.
That jab from Naruhodō, though! If this whole testimony was true, then perhaps the defendant does indeed require a harsh punishment.
No way. Does that mean that my study abroad to the Great British Empire will be cancelled?
This is so dramatic over the loss of hair. Bear that in mind as you conduct your cross-examination, Asogi Kazuma.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, the cut-in! That's so good! Also, get ready for some really fun dialogue between Naruhodō and Asogi. I'm just gonna press whatever I'm being offered to press, so...
I couldn't forgive that rotten top knot for mercilessly cornering you the way he did.
It's okay. It made me happy. Actually, I thought it was refreshing.
Obviously, that was because he gave my top knot a refreshing slice!
In other words, everyone felt refreshed. Couldn't we just call it a day here?
As if! I had no intention of getting rid of my top knot as long as I lived!
The court strongly recommends turning your back on that bygone era. Anyway, I was right next to you at the time, so I'd like to make this clear. It's true that you swung your katana, but that's all I saw.
What is that supposed to mean, Naruhodō Ryūnosuke?
I mean, if you think about it, there's no way the blade could have reached. How could a katana swung from the defense's bench chop off a top knot behind the prosecution's bench? Good point. That's completely true. But Asogi here, when he's had a big serving of beef stew, he gets a swelled head and starts bragging about weird things.
Bragging!
He claims that if he uses the Asogi clan's secret art of sword drawing, he can slice a melon in half from 7 meters away, or something. There's no way that's possible. I guess that's just how he...
Naruhodō, you dare mock the Sogi clan's art of sword drawing?
Huh?
Bring a melon here at once. I'll cut into as many portions as you want.
Asogi! It's December now, so finding a melon might be kind of impossible.
A pumpkin then. They're pretty hard, but it's worth a shot.
Asogi! This is not the time to be showing off!
Did you hear what he just said, Your Honor? He just admitted it himself, that it would have been possible for him to have committed the crime.
Kazuma-sama, what have you done?
Sorry. When I heard the Asogi art of sword drawing called into question, I just couldn't help wanting to show everyone then and there that I could slice a melon in half.
It seems that it's nearly time to present my definitive evidence to the court. My top knot unquestionably fell victim to his blade. And I have evidence that clearly proves that.
What?
And that evidence is this.
It's a twisted rope made of Japanese-style paper and has been cut clean through.
When you tie up a top knot, the only proper way to do it is with Japanese-style paper. And the important point is how this twisted rope came to be cut.
Oh, this... Look at the way the rope was sliced. There's no mistaking it. It was cut with an incredibly sharp blade. Huh. It was cut by a katana? Well, defendant.
Armed with my art of sword drawing, and my famous sword Karama. Cutting a mere paper rope without touching it with a blade is child's play.
This child. Are you trying to prove that you did nothing wrong, or are you trying to make yourself guilty, my boy? Please, chill your ego. Oh, God, Asogi. Please.
Can we take those words of yours as a confession of guilt?
Don't even think about it.
Anyway, the court will accept that rope into evidence. Sliced rope. A rope that had been used to tie up Prosecutor Aochi's top knot. It's been sliced clean through.
It's true. I did cut through this rope that day. Just the rope itself, though. It's got a nice clean slice through it.
Perhaps you've done enough bragging now for today.
Please stop. It seems that the defense has just put itself at a major disadvantage. But in any case, let us return to the cross-examination. The wondering eye, Naruhodō. I suppose that means it's my turn. God damn it, Asogi, you're gonna screw us up.
So, you're conducting an undercover investigation in the tonsure shop this time, Detective Hosonaga?
Yes, I've been collecting information there for about 3 years.
That sounds too long to me.
A tonsure shop is a social gathering place for gentlemen where a great variety of information is exchanged. Even the most tight-lipped gentlemen end up spilling their secrets to us barbers. The rhythm of my snipping scissors has garnered an especially favorable response from our customers.
I refuse to allow anyone but this man to touch my top knot!
Truly words of highest praise, sir.
Are you sure you're really a detective?
If you're going to go to the effort of doing something, do it perfectly. That's my motto. Twice a week, I, Hosonaga, become a crime-clipping barber.
I guess he's more impressive than I'd originally given him credit for.
I call him incredibly impressive myself. Hosonaga is a blessing, too.
Is that possible?
Hair is an incredibly delicate thing. One could even say it's been known to withdraw when its owner experiences something especially terrifying. That's precisely why cutting it gently and earnestly is considered a valuable skill.
Hearing that sort of makes me want to try visiting a barber myself.
Me too. And yet, what did you do? You cruelly hacked away at my precious locks! Ah, it used to grow so rapidly. Those locks had a future, I'll have you know.
Somehow I've started seeing you as a bad guy, Kazuma-sama.
I feel like something's not right here.
I love this.
Never again?
Well, that's according to Aochi-sama himself. When his sleek black hair was sliced, apparently it completely stopped growing. Naturally, I can't imagine why he would need it to grow longer than it already is, though.
But, has it really stopped growing?
I'm afraid I don't know. After all, it's only been 10 days since the trial.
No one knows more about my hair than me myself! I definitely heard it that day. 1,000,000 death screams from on top of my head.
I can't help thinking that number sounds a tad exaggerated.
So that's it for the testimony, huh?
What do you think, Kazuma-sama?
As if I'm going to give up on studying in England over a worthless top knot.
I believe that shout your spirit just produced is quite correct. In which case, we must make a strong case for the judge. And your blade can't possibly have reached the prosecutor from here.
Right.
Calm down there, Sogi. No egoing here.
Anyway, I better start pressing everything and collecting more info.
Good idea. Well, we've done all the pressings, and now we're going to be presenting to the fourth statement. We're going to present the rope.
I apologize for cutting the tie on your top knot. However, I cannot overlook the prosecution's malicious lie.
What?
This rope has one straight cut through it. In other words, the blade touched nothing but the rope.
Nothing but the rope?
Ah! What is it, witness? Come to think of it, that moment was seared clearly into my eyes.
The prideful will be tripped up by the young. History has proven that to us. You do well to engrave what you feel in this moment upon your heart.
I'm okay with this. It's true that his top knot was cut, but I didn't see a single strand of hair fall in that moment.
Exactly. The only thing I cut then was... not your hair, but your hair tie.
Oh, bless this song.
So what if that's true? It doesn't change the fact that you brandish your katana in the courtroom.
I believe you made the following claim earlier.
The defendant made it so that Prosecutor Aochi-sama could never again wear a top knot. And that was a fatal blow. That's what Hosonaga-sama testified.
However, that's impossible, and the reason should go without saying.
You know, I realize this is really the only time we actually get to see Asogi and Legally Migatoba working together like they should be doing. Now that I think about it, that's really bittersweet.
I didn't trim such as a single millimeter of your hair, which means... that this very second, you could tie your hair into the top knot style you love so much.
What?
Bailiff, quickly, bring us a twisted rope of Japanese paper. Oh my god, I can't... What is this case? What is this trial? Oh my god. We all made a big stink. You made such a big stink over it, and you can still put it up. Oh, ouchie. It's like we've gone back in time to 10 days ago.
I believe this makes it abundantly clear. The prosecutor's complaint was nothing but conjecture.
In which case, We can assume that the claim that his hair has stopped growing completely is also suspect.
I'm sure that fact will become clear within a few months. And by that time, I'll already have made the crossing to the Great British Empire.
That's true. So long as the prosecution's claim has been proven false, then the charge no longer stands. That would mean the end of this trial.
Ah! Damn you!
Congratulations, Kazuma-sama. Now you can depart for the Great British Empire with a clear conscience.
Yeah, I was a little worried for a minute there, but I've been dreaming of studying law in the Great British Empire for years. Luckily, it looks like that dream really will come true now.
In that case, that concludes today's... Of course not. What are we gonna yell about now?
Pardon me, but the mighty warder Ouchie would like to object to this man's participation in the Legal Studies Exchange Program.
What did you say? You object to my study abroad?
What is the meaning of this, Prosecutor Ouchie? That was sudden.
A legal studies exchange student would be considered an ambassador for our nation. Not all candidates for that position are students studying law. Many outstanding members of the legal system, including currently employed judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys, submitted their names for consideration.
I believe that in the end, the Ministry of Justice played the main role in the impartial selection of the exchange student. And it was Asogi Kazuma-kun.
Incidentally, this man was selected due to some dishonesty occurring behind the scenes.
What?
Excuse me?
We just happen to have proof of that. Isn't that right, witness?
Huh? You're asking me?
As if. Obviously, I'm asking the detective.
Yes, it's just as you say. Upon doing some investigation.
Detective Hosanaga?
Your departure on your legal studies exchange program was finally nearly upon you at the end of this month. I didn't hear anything about any dishonesty in this, but if that's true, it would be a major problem. It sounds as though we require further testimony. Really? Okay.
What a wise judgment, Your Honor. In that case, Detective Hosanaga, let us hear the findings of your investigation.
Yes. Understood. I wonder if I'm gonna need another video. We only have like 19 pages left, though. Maybe I'll go over. Maybe. Legal exchange program fraud. The selection process for the exchange student was split into several stages and was conducted mainly by the Ministry of Justice. There was a written exam, a practical exam, and a negotiation skills exam. In the end, the candidates all received a score. I was ordered to conduct an undercover investigation and managed to get my hands on some top-secret documents. According to those documents, Asogi Kazuma's score put him not in first place but in the runner-up position. In other words, the part about there being dishonesty involved is a conclusion reached by Prosecutor Ouchie. Runner-up, huh?
Runner-up? Me? Not the first place candidate?
You seem so devastated by this news.
Ha! Don't be so shocked, you filthy headband-wearing, plentiful hair-growing brat! A student defense attorney will be sent to the Great British Empire. That'll be the easiest thing for society to accept. I'm sure that was the inexcusable opinion of the majority of the Japanese government.
Don't let him get to you. It's only a scratch. To me, you'll always be the one and only... You'll always be the one... Sorry, this line. To me, you'll always be the one and only true candidate. Naruhodō, what a good friend.
Knock it off, Naruhodō. You'll only make me more miserable.
Wow! He's putting all his support in you, and that's how you're gonna answer, you jerk! Asogi Kazuma.
Yes, Your Honor.
The exchange student selection process was a rigorous one. I can say that with certainty. If you are indeed fit to be the legal studies exchange student, then you should be able to prove it for yourself.
That means he wants me to show him my skill. Understood. I will now conduct my cross-examination.
Okay, I know we're cutting this kind of short, but I don't want to make this kind of awkward. Let's try not to go over with it. I'm going to go ahead and just make a third video of this at this point. Wow, these are more entertaining than the asinine episodes that we got in Spirit of Justice. Let me tell you. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.